Well, this is Henry Frederick of Headline Surfer, and I'm here today in Port Orange with Bengie Molina, the catcher, Major League Baseball catcher for what? Texas Rangers, San Francisco Giants, Anaheim Angels, Toronto Blue Jays.
Yep.
And you're the oldest of the three brothers,
yes.
The Molina brothers. You've got Jose Molina,
yep.
and he's the second oldest.
Yep.
And who does Jose play for now?
Jose is playing with Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. And Yachty obviously is with the St. Louis Cardinals. They won World Series with Albert Pujols a couple of years ago. And ironically, you're going to St. Louis.
Yeah,
when do you start the spring training with them?
We start February 11th. I'm going to be an assistant hitting coach. I'm going to be there just trying to help the kids and get better at hitting and whatever they need.
Now, which of the three Molina brothers was known as a defensive catcher, and which one was the offensive? Which one was the batting guy?
I think Yachty had both right now, but he had the catching before. Jose had the catching; he couldn't hit too much. But now we're pretty even, you know.
But you were more of a defensive catcher of the three, right?
Yeah, but I had my good years hitting.
What would be a top year offensively, numbers-wise? 22 home runs?
I only hit 20 homers plus once.
It was close.
Yeah,
That's good.
18, 19, 17.
And batting average?
In the 280s to 70.
Typical for a catcher,
just
right?
normal.
That's actually pretty high, isn't it? What did you most like about being a catcher in Major League Baseball?
The control of the game. Having control of the game where I mean, as a catcher, I control the win and loss and the pitching. When they throw a curveball, when they throw a fastball, things like that, and win games. That's what I love about it.
Now, people say that catching is very physically demanding because you're crouched, you've got ball movement, if you have a knuckleball or whatever. But is it more of a mental game because you have to call the game basically? You have to be in the same. You have to pretty much tell the pitcher, I don't want this, I want that.
Yeah, the catcher has to have a big brain. That's what I call it, because you have to know all the signs from hitting, you have to know all the signs from catching. You have to know the signs of the pitchers that you're getting, because there's not one pitcher. There's like 10 or more pitchers that you gotta know. And also you have to know the signs that you're given by the manager. So you have to be the big brain on it, and that's the way I took it. I took it very seriously, and I was one of the best at it.
Now, the Molina brothers, you grew up in Puerto Rico, your home where you were born and raised. At what age did you guys start playing baseball? Was there a family member that you followed in that tradition, or was
no? My dad was the guy. My dad was the guy that at 4 years old gave us a glove, and well, before that, but 4 or 5 we started playing little leagues, and the sacrifice he did for us was amazing. He sacrificed so much.
Now,
my mom too.
How high did you get up in baseball?
Amateur ball in Puerto Rico. He's in the Hall of Fame of Puerto Rico in baseball.
So he was a first then for that.
Yeah. Well, when I won the World Series in 2002, he was inducted to.
Now, what team was that you went
Anaheim Angels.
And that was their only one. That was the Monkey Rally year.
Yeah, that was the first time.
How exciting was that for you as a ball player?
That was awesome. This is one of my highlights, and I'm a big fan of career years or a fan of baseball. So for me to win a World Series, there's so many out there that play 20 years and don't have a ring. And for me to have 2 is an amazing feeling.
And you had a good run. I mean, what, 38? You're going to be an assistant hitting coach now?
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I wish I had more time off with my family, but they understand that I'm going to be with Yachty. I'm going to be helping kids, so that's what I want.
Now, do you have children of your own?
Yes, I have 3 daughters.
Oh, so it's not exactly a major league, but who knows what else?
Yeah, and
politics
I don't care. Yes, and I don't care as long as I'm there with them and enjoying their time. That's all that matters.
As a baseball player and as a dad and a husband, how important is it for you to be molding to help children, to see you as a role model and to be involved in something like this project here at Port Orange?
I think it's very important because I never started in the major leagues. I started just like them in the major leagues. So by them seeing me here and see, hey man, that guy played major league, but I didn't start in the major leagues. I started little league and I started making my way up, taking things seriously. And I think that's what I want for the kids to understand.
Now, my wife, Serafina, she was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and Ponce, and grew up in a small community called Aguado. How far is that from where you guys grew up?
Aguada is like 2 hours away, and Ponce is like 2.5. I've been there, but
So were you on the east side of the island or the west side?
I'm in the north.
Oh, the north, Lord. Oh.
20 minutes away from San Juan.
So you were right in the core of Puerto Rican community. And baseball, obviously, is like, it's got to be the big thing there, right?
Yeah,
Even
baseball
now?
was and still is, but now other sports are coming in, like volleyball, like basketball, and they're getting high. You know, they're getting very, very, very top of the line. You know, in those sports too.
Now, I know the focus here for our interview is the local initiative in Port Orange, working with children, batting skills and catching, and what are some of the other things that you'll be doing?
It's everything overall about
The mechanics
game.
of
everything.
Let's talk. I don't want to spend more than maybe a question or two, but on the national level right now with the steroids and Hall of Fame, does that influence how you deal with children? Do they ask questions, or
if they ask
don't really
questions,
care?
no, I don't care if they ask questions. That's great because we will tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is, the steroids doesn't go with the sport, and that's the truth. So if they ask, it's a great thing for us because we're going to teach these kids here is respect others, values in life, teaching
How about health
healthy habits,
and
of course.
fair play?
And always have a sportsmanship in their side or anything. We're trying to teach them more than just the game, and this is what the parents need to hear. I'm not coming here just to teach the game. I want them to play Major League Baseball, all of them, because that's what we're here for. Teaching
Now,
them.
all your brothers will be involved at some point, checking in or following it through. But being that you're not an active player now, you got a little bit of flexibility. But you're going to be on the road a lot too. Tell us about your friends here that are the local guys that are going to be.
Well, the first one that I can talk to you about is Danny Acosta,
Right.
because we grew up together as in Puerto Rico, in the same town, same.
Did he play ball at all?
Yeah, he was a very good pitcher. Very good pitcher. And I remember him being training all the time, going crazy, training outside, and running. Robert, I played with Robert in AA when he was with the Brewers.
Now, Robert's last name?
Lopez. And he was with the Brewers when I went from AAA to AA. He was there in AA trying to make his way up. And I played with him, and I know what kind of person he is, and I know before we did this, we sit down and do our values and talk about all this respectful things that we were talking about. And that's our main goal.
Let me ask you this: you've done well with baseball. You've had a decent salary. Your brother Yadier just got a killer contract for next 8 or 9 years. Is it still a possibility that children can still? Is it the love of the game? Is it the money? I mean, where do you see things in today's world with children in that regard?
My motivation. Well, before we go there, I wanted to say that we have the main guy who knows this is Mark Hazen. Mark Hazen.
Okay.
He's around here. Gentleman over there. He's the one who made this all possible to
Getting the facility set up, and it's a beautiful facility.
Ordering the machines and ordering this, and putting all this stuff together. And he's the big key for that. You know, that's I wanted to make sure he was mentioned because he's a big key.
Sure, and we'll have a story with that. Now, let me ask you this: this is different from, like, say, your typical batting cage in a given town because you've got the expert. If you go to a batting cage someday, you're on your own.
You're right.
And you're learning bad habits. Your dad may think he's a baseball player, and
there's a big
mechanics
difference.
on there.
There's a big difference in what we have here. This is a training facility. You are here with somebody right next to you on your side, telling you, listen, you're doing this wrong. let's try to correct it right now.
So what, how you're standing, or how you're batting,
how you throw the ball, how you catch the
crouching.
ball. There's going to be somebody right one-on-one with your kid. You know, in the batting cage, you go out there, you put your money in, get your eight tosses or something. You're done, you go home. See, nobody's interacting with your kid.
Right, and then they drop off. Here it's more consistent.
Here it's more into...
And you're year-round, right?
Yeah.
The weather's beautiful.
Yeah, even if it rains, this is why we did it like this. Even if it rains a lot, you don't lose a day. You can come here and still practice, get something very productive out of baseball, and be a better player.
Now let me ask you about the economics of, in anything locally, in any city, you can have politics. There was a little bit of controversy because the chamber director, Larry McKinney, the president, went up to the county council and the governing board and said, we'd like $20,000 to help cover costs and get this thing going. Some people have said this is a good economic generator. How do you feel about that?
We're not here. We didn't do this.
Right. This is a local initiative.
We didn't do this.
But you're the face.
Yes, but I didn't do this to be billionaire.
Right.
I'm not trying to become a billionaire out of this. That's not our point. That's not our... I hope you understand that.
Oh no, it's clear on my point. I mean, look, you've made your money, and you've had a very stellar career, like you said, the rings. But it's the idea of the children and their families coming, and that generates revenue.
Being in a price very affordable for anybody that I know some academies that are really high because they're trying to make money.
Right.
And that's their deal. For us here, we're trying to be in the moderate era. Anybody could come in.
Let me ask you this as one of the final questions. Will there be opportunities maybe for someone that can outpost the company maybe one time?
Yeah.
Or other ball players?
I got a bunch of good
maybe like a Cal Ripken or, I don't know, different players from different eras, that kids can relate to.
The ability thank God for it. I have some good friends.
Well, that other one's in there,
And I can give them a call and they're probably going to be here at some time. We have to think about it. We have to make a plan. We have to see what we want them here for. Or what they want to do and things like that. But I think I have the ability to talk to those guys and you know what, please help me out here. Can you be here? Things like that. So I think it'll be good.
Now the St. Louis Cardinals are your brother's, he's the catcher. You're going to be the assistant hitting coach. They got a shot, you think?
Yes.
In spring training, going into the season?
Remember, last year they were one game away from World Series. One game.
Still have Beltran?
They have everybody intact. They maybe lost a couple guys, but they weren't major guys. The main guys, they're coming back. The only guy they probably lose that is going to hurt is Lowe.
Right, the pitcher.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, as a final question. You're still a kid. You can see it in you. You really love the game. How does that come across to children? Do you think that's a net? It's just something that they see because they see how you are. When talking to you today when we're off camera, you still talk about the mechanics of the game and the hitting and some of the players that have flamed out and some that have gone beyond expectations. We talked a little bit about the steroids. What is it about baseball that's different from all the other sports in America, in Puerto Rico, and even the Caribbean area? What is it about baseball that's so strong?
I think it's the way I grew up.
Is it the skill set? Is it just a challenge of, I know they say that hitting a ball is one of the toughest things you can do in sports.
Yeah, that could be one of the things, but there's not one thing. There's so many things that goes into it. The running, the stealing, the bunting, the fly balls, the ball in the gap, how you cut the ball can change the game. If you turn it over play, there's so many things into the game now that you get in your brain once you start working from kid into where you're at right now. So I think it's a lot of many different areas that I lost from the game, and then the brain part, where the manager's managing the game, where you're
a lot of it's mental too.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring a lefty for a lefty hitter or something like that, or pinch hitting a guy that's not doing so well for a guy that's hot. There's so many things that can be.
So just give us a little tip. I'm on the pitching mound. You're the catcher. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. What are you telling me?
There's a lot of things. A lot of times I have to go up to the mound and tell the pitcher, you're dropping your arm.
Are you more reinforcement, or are you just like getting on them, or
You have to know the personality of the guy.
everybody's different?
Yes, everybody's so different. You go out there to somebody and then you start yelling, and all of a sudden he doesn't do what you're saying because he gets all rattled. Unless it's another guy that likes to be pumped up like that, then you go yell because he's gonna be pumped up. So you gotta know your personalities, you know.
Why is it that every time the umpire starts walking up, everybody disappears? Is that really like that's
they're trying to control the game. They don't want the game to go too slow. They don't want the game to go too long. So by the time we take too long on the mound, the umpire will say, okay, guys, you know, come on, that's enough. Come on, let's go. That's all they do.
So, as a last thing, as an end thought here, look in the camera and tell the children why they should check this place out, the Molina brothers.
Well, the reason that any kid out there should check it out is because the training they're going to get one-on-one, the training they're going to get about the whole game, they're going to teach them the respect of the game, to how to catch the ball, how to throw the ball that you might think that you know about. I don't think everybody's prepared for that, you know. And so you should come over here, check out the facility, and check out the trainer. They're going to have a one-on-one on you, half an hour, whatever you want. And they're going to teach you how to write.
So you can really get some focus then.
Yeah, you can get a lot of things in here and a lot of things done and work your way up, because as high as you get, it's going to be harder for you. So if you come here, you get prepared, I'm sure you're going to be prepared to go to the next level.
Well, for Bengie Molina and Jose and Yadia, the Molina brothers in the indoor training facility, this is Henry Frederick. This has been the Sunday Conversation for Headline Surfer, headlinesurfer.com, nsbnews.net, pollutionnews.net. Thank you very much.